Eun-Ha finally found out that Ji-Hwan is the childhood friend she's been searching for, at the end of the recently concluded episode 8 of My Sweet Mobster. You'd think she'd be ecstatic, but she rather threw down the gauntlet. This drama is currently my Wednesday and Thursday secret pleasure. Ji-Hwan is so cute with a voice to go with it, and Eun-Ha is not your usual weak heroine. A lot happened in the last episode. We finally found out what happened the day Hyun-Woo had his misconception about Ji-Hwan. Hopefully, he's beginning to open his mind to the possibility that he could be wrong about him. Meanwhile, there's a reason Ji-Hwan is adamant about keeping his past identity a secret. To him, Hyun-Woo died years ago. He was the one who exposed his father's atrocities to the police, which led to his father's imprisonment. Maybe, to him, Hyun-Woo is associated with the past he'd rather leave behind. If you recall, his separation from Eun-Ha was unusual, as they were running from someone. He protected her but got caught by their pursuer. We are yet to know what happened to him after he was captured. There's a reason his family moved every 6 months. Their eventful separation and failure to say goodbye were the reason Eun-Ha couldn't move on from their memories together. After Young-Hee mentioned Eun-Ha, Ji-Hwan became more determined to keep his distance from her. This was why he treated her rudely and formally. I must say that Young-Hee is a nutcase. To him, Ji-Hwan is his biggest obstacle, so he strives to get rid of him. I can't help but think that his right-hand man might secretly be on Ji-Hwan's side. He could have stabbed him in a fatal place, but he didn't, and when Young-Hee wanted to beat him to a pulp, he volunteered to do so. He didn't even try to run when the police invaded. He worked under Ji-Hwan's father, and might be protecting the boss's son. I could be wrong, as he could have his guns out for Ji-Hwan for betraying their boss. Hyun-Woo was conflicted when he learned Ji-Hwan was Hyun-Woo, whom Eun-Ha had been searching for. He told Ji-Hwan he had no plans of telling Eun-Ha about him, but he must have changed his mind, or claimed to be her childhood friend. I doubt Hyun-Woo will snoop low in claiming to be her childhood friend. Eun-Ha was convinced that he was her Hyun-Woo, because of his status as a prosecutor. If he sets her straight during their date in the last episode, this will put Eun-Ha's heart at peace. It's obvious she has feelings for Ji-Hwan, but was conflicted because of her perceived shared history with Hyun-Woo. However, she threw down the gauntlet at the end of the episode. Despite her joy in finding out that Ji-Hwan is Hyun-Woo, she must be pissed that he kept it a secret from her. She was open and desperate in her attempt to find him, while he knew and kept his identity a secret. This could be why she accepted his cold shoulders, and decided they should stop seeing one another. She can be seen hunting for an apartment in the preview for the next episode. Meanwhile, who would have thought that Jae-soo would be Eun-Ha's biggest fan? He calls her a little mouse, but has a soft spot for her. The way he protested about Ji-Hwan's treatment of Eun-Ha was funny. And Eun-Ha playing along made it more amusing. From the preview, he's about to drive Ji-Hwan crazy with jealousy. Eun-Ha gives Ji-Hwan the cold shoulder, while happily going on a picnic with the deer. They've already accepted Eun-Ha as their sister-in-law, and won't let Ji-Hwan spoil things. This could be their way of helping their big brother, who hasn't dated since his 36 years on Earth. Meanwhile, we are yet to know who the pregnancy test belongs to. Dong-hee is miserable in his role as a spy for Hyun-Woo. I wonder how the group would react when they find out. However, He was detrimental to them finding out that Ji-Hwan was in danger. Of course, Ji-Hwan will forgive him. He went the extra mile to save Tae, and let them beat him up to buy him time to escape. He once wanted to be a prosecutor. This could be his way of fulfilling that dream. Meanwhile, he tries his best to ignore his feelings for Eun-Ha, thinking it's best for her safety. Meanwhile, Young-hee is keeping an eye on Eun-Ha. We are about to see a jealous Ji-Hwan in the next episode, as Eun-Ha goes on a blind date. I wouldn't put this past the dear to have set this up, to get a reaction from Ji-Hwan. He can be seen losing his cool during the date, while Eun-Ha puts on a happy front. The blind date must have unsettled Ji-Hwan, as he can be seen making a big deal out of it at home, which leads to a showdown between him and Eun-Ha, with the deer as speculators. Eun-Ha thanked Ji-Hwan for all he'd done for her, and asked that they shouldn't see each other again at the end of the last episode. And with Ji-Hwan's bouts of jealousy, she decides to hunt for a house with Hyun-Woo. Hyun-Woo has feelings for Eun-Ha, and won't like the idea of her living with the guys. Despite Ji-Hwan's reserve and resolve, as he thinks keeping Eun-Ha at arm's length would protect her from the likes of Young-hee. He can be seen stalking her and pulling some tricks during her house hunt. He could be using the excuse of her safety to stalk her, but he shows up whenever she's in danger. Meanwhile, with Young-hee's drug deal going burst, he's bound to have his guns all out for Ji-Hwan, and Eun-Ha is currently his weakness. Ji-Hwan can be seen cushioning Eun-Ha's fall in the preview. This could serve as an olive branch as he backs her home. You know what they say, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Ji-Hwan finally caves into his feelings for Eun-Ha. He confesses his feelings for her and leans in to kiss her. Who else can hardly wait to see these two dating? However, Young-hee and Eun-Ha are to be looked out for. Young-hee wants to harm Ji-Hwan, while Eun-Ha wants Ji-Hwan for herself. On a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate this drama? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.